Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. In part 2, we're going to roll up our sleeves and make some sukiyaki. We'll take you through all the steps to create this mouth-watering hot pot from scratch, so you can enjoy it just like they do in Japan. Let's get started. Sauce and flavor profile. The soul of sukiyaki lies in its sauce, called wurashita. This flavorful broth is made with a combination of soy sauce, the savory foundation that balances the sweetness. Sugar adds just enough sweetness to complement the saltiness of the soy. Mirin, a sweet rice wine that gives sukiyaki its signature depth. Dashi stock, optional but enhances the umami tones of the dish. Wurashita strikes a perfect balance between sweet and savory, coating each ingredient as it cooks. As the ingredients simmer in the sauce, the flavors meld together, creating something truly magical. It's not just a sauce, it's what defines sukiyaki's essence. How sukiyaki is prepared. Sukiyaki is as much about the cooking process as it is about the flavors. The preparation isn't just a series of steps, it's an integral part of the experience, bringing everyone to the table to share in both the cooking and the meal itself. Cooking equipment and setup. The traditional way to prepare sukiyaki begins with the right equipment. A shallow iron pot is essential. Its heavy construction ensures even heat distribution, allowing everything to cook at a consistent temperature. The pot is usually placed on a portable gas stove or a built-in tabletop burner, keeping the food warm and bubbling throughout the meal. What makes sukiyaki special is how it's served and eaten. The pot sits in the center of the table, with everyone gathered around it. Ingredients are arranged beautifully on plates, emphasizing their freshness and color. Each person takes turns adding items to the pot, letting them simmer briefly before serving themselves. This setup fosters a cozy, interactive dining experience where the meal is both communal and customizable. The table setting also plays into the meal presentation. Small individual bowls, dipping sauces, like the beaten raw egg, and chopsticks are provided for each person. The setup isn't just functional, it sets the tone for a shared, intimate dining moment. Step-by-step cooking process. Making sukiyaki at home or for guests can be simple if you follow these steps. Prepare the ingredients. Ensure all ingredients are prepped before cooking begins. Thinly slice beef into paper-thin strips. Keep it cold until cooking for easier slicing. Chop or slice vegetables like napa cabbage, green onions and mushrooms. Cut tofu into cubes and rinse shirataki noodles to remove any odor. Make the broth. Wurashita mix soy sauce, sugar, and mirin in a bowl. The ratio can vary, but a common mix is 50% soy, 30% mirin, and 20% sugar. You can adjust to taste. Just ensure there's a balance between sweet and savory. Heat the pot. Place the shallow iron pot on a burner in the center of the table, and heat it to medium. Traditionally, you start by lightly oiling the pot. Some people use a bit of beef fat instead of oil for added flavor. Sear the beef. Lay a few slices of beef into the heated pot and sear them lightly. This step develops flavor and creates a savory base for the broth. Add the broth and other ingredients. Pour the prepared broth into the pot, just enough to cover the bottom. Add vegetables, noodles, and tofu in sections, keeping the presentation neat. The idea is to cook items gradually rather than mixing all at once. Simmer and serve. Let the ingredients simmer for a few minutes until tender. Everyone can use chopsticks to pick what they want from the pot, dipping it into their individual raw egg bowl before eating. The raw egg coating gives the food a silky, rich texture that's a signature of sukiyaki. Cook in batches. Replenish the pot with more broth and ingredients as you go, ensuring everything stays fresh and warm. This method allows everyone to enjoy freshly cooked bites throughout the meal. It's a build-as-you-go process, making the entire experience feel dynamic and engaging. Dining etiquette when eating sukiyaki. Eating sukiyaki involves some practices that are unique to Japanese dining culture. While there aren't rigid rules, Here are a few tips to ensure you enjoy the meal properly and respectfully. Sharing. Sukiyaki is meant to be shared, so expect to pass plates and help others with their food. Dipping. Always dip cooked meat and vegetables into the raw egg before eating. The egg creates a rich, smooth texture that complements the flavors. No overcrowding. Avoid overcrowding the pot. Allow space for each ingredient to cook evenly, creating the ideal balance of flavors and textures. Pacing. Eat slowly and enjoy the meal. Sukiyaki is as much about the social experience as it is about the food. Take time to savor each bite. Modern variations and global influence. While traditional sukiyaki remains beloved, there have been several modern adaptations and international influences on the dish. Outside of Japan, sukiyaki has been embraced in countries like the United States, where you might find variations with different types of meat or broth styles. In some cases, chefs incorporate additional flavors or ingredients, creating fusion variations that put a new spin on the classic recipe. Sukiyaki is more than just a hot pot dish, it's a symbol of warmth, community, and tradition. With its rich history, flavorful broth, and interactive cooking method, it's easy to see why sukiyaki continues to be a beloved favorite in Japan and around the world. So next time you gather with loved ones, consider making sukiyaki the star of the meal. It's not just about food, it's about creating lasting memories around the table. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.